Okay, hello all. This chapter is about test administration that you should consider when in doing the pre-test and also post-test. Okay, all right. So test construction, I've given you the assignment of test that will measure the fitness components. Each one of you have group assignment, correct? So you have to know the guidelines. Okay, in constructing the test, you have to know the guidelines. Okay, these are the guidelines. All right, first you have to know what is required of a good test. Remember my previous video and also previous notes, I have indicate what's the criteria of a good test. Okay, right, refer back to that notes. And the second one, define the performance to be measured. Okay, if you are measuring speed, you have to know what's the importance in or the test involved in measuring speed or flexibility or strength. And then you have to define the characteristic of the groups to be measured, because if you are measuring different target of participants, it should be using different tests. For example, a 1 RM, one repetition maximum, is not suitable for children or for all the athletes. Sorry, not elder athletes, the elder population, orang tua tak sesuai. So you have to know. Okay, choosing the test, make sure that they are very well defined. And then what's the objective of that test that you're going to measure? Is it really measuring the fitness component that you intended to? And then use existing tests. Do not cipta test yang tidak wujud, because we have established tests in the literature, in the books. Various kind and various type you can choose. It depends on who the subjects, siapa orang tu, and then is it measuring what you want to measure. And the third one, review the literature. Review the literature meaning that you refer to the previous studies conducted by sports scientists. They will come up with various kind of tests. Let's, for example, you are going to measure the speed ataupun endurance among the cross country. You have to decide, is it 2.4 test is suitable for measuring the endurance for cross country. So you should know. And then read the previous studies, the journals, articles talking about this established test. Okay, review mean that don't simply decide without reading from the previous study or previous work by the scientist or academician, right? And then the fourth one, devise the test item. Devise the test item. Now, when you have decide, you should know what are the test component, right? Are they really really specific in terms of measurement? And then, do you know how to conduct it? Is it needed space, huge space, small space? High space, because the test item meaning that it should be very specific, and then do you have the scoring sample, scoring how to indicate that they are fast, how to indicate they are strong, how to indicate they are long distance. Okay, this thing, after you decide the test, then you look into in detail what's the test really about. Okay, the layout and everything, scoring, semua how to calculate it, and then you prepare the direction. You are choosing the test to measure one component, and then right from that test, you choose, you decide, is it detail, is it really measure what I want to measure. You prepare towards that test. Okay, where is it, how to do it, does the test need a measuring tab ataupun machine. Okay, prepare towards the direction of the test. Okay, and then 6 until 10 is not really compulsory, but it is a guideline. So the tips here, the test construction guideline, meaning that you have to really sure the test, the fitness test ataupun field test that really related to what you want to measure. If you are measuring, for example, again, I talk about cardiovascular endurance. Are you really measure cardiovascular endurance? Is it following the protocol yang betul? So look, baca, how's the scoring? Macam mana nak ambil masa, how to do the score obtain, timing ke, guna saat ke, meter ke, berapa panjang, berapa jauh, everything, right? Okay. So you administer the test, there are responsibilities that you should know. Daripada pre-test, before conducting the test, during the testing, and also after that. What are the responsibilities? As a tester, somebody that will going to conduct many types of fitness tests, so you should play this responsibility so that everything is at the very well prepared. Okay, all right. So we go to the pre-test responsibility sebelum in the test. So you have to include everything to be done before the actual. Before actual, what's the preparation? Dia macam you nak pergi ke hutan lah. You want to go for hunting. What's the preparation, right? So first one, develop a test schedule. Okay, meaning that develop a test schedule when you want to do it. Is it next week? Is it weekend? Is it after class? Is it after work, after school? Okay, plan properly the procedure. Okay, step by step. Everything we have to very detailed as a tester. And then practice test item among the tester. Of course, tester you come in a group. If you berdua, you practice, you try out on your own. You try out the 2.4. You try out the shuttle run. From there, when you try it, you can detect, oh, this salah ni, you should do like this. If you are following the theory, when you execute it in the actual situation, maybe it's not tally based on the protocol macam ni, but when you practice it lain. From that you can manage to apa ni, predict what's the potential weakness, right? And then prepare scorecards. Okay, scorecard like if you are running for 2.4 kan, how many rounds? If it is 400 meter, it's 6 rounds. So when the tester lah, apa ni, the client running kan, they should know, oh, 2 rounds more, 3 rounds more. That's scorecard. Kita tak simply suruh orang lari kan, ataupun ada apa ni, something that to be put as signal or as a cue, so that your participants can have idea, oh yeah, this is time for me to stop, or this time for me to sprint, macam tu. Okay, all right. So you have to be very creative. That's why the number 3 here, practice, is very important. Are you using whistle? Are you using the hand clap for the starting? Benda-benda macam tu. Alright, and the 5th one, train all test assistant. If you have assistant in a group, up to now I assign you to have 2 in a group, kan? You will have like 6. If one is well known about the test, other 5 should have the same capacity in knowing how to do the test accurately. Okay, be familiar with that. You have to take concern on the safety precaution, because the test assistant, dia kena well prepared as you as the main tester. Okay, prepare to deal with unplanned developments. Like for example, the surface that you choose for testing is very slippery. Macam mana tu? Are you doing on the tar, ataupun on the concrete, or on the rubber surface? Okay, on the 6th one, know exactly how to give instruction. Tester 1 and tester 2 must know how to give the same instruction. That means all the participant, okay, your friends lah, your participants receive the same instruction. If me giving different instruction, you give different instruction, is make the test will be how to do it. Do I have to start like this? Do I have to end like this? You see, that's why we want you to try. Okay, and then other pre-test responsibility is plan to form smaller group. If the participants will be around more than a number that you can handle, you can always split it. Okay, plan before actual. As example, you have 2 testers, your group 30, so plan to have 15 and 15, easy, so that you as a tester, you will cater 15 numbers and your friend 15 numbers. That's why you have to very well prepare. And all safety precaution, you make sure warming up, water, slippery, sport shoe, everything. You have to know apa yang bakal buruk kalau you tidak jaga dengan elok-elok. Macam itulah. So testing also higher risk for injury lah, of course. And then number 9, provide all necessary equipment and floor or code marking, cones, marker, whistle, and then everything. You have to very well prepare. Make sure equipment is functional. If you're using machine, pasti ada battery. Kalau you are doing 1 RM test, 1 repetition maximum di gym, pastikan that squat machine and squat rack is functional, safe to use. Everything. We don't want to get your participant for the injury. Sedangkan you want to measure the fitness component, tapi you know. Alright, now we're talking about testing responsibility to be included in the actual testing. During testing, you should know what's your responsibility. All right, first, organize group for instruction. Okay, in collecting data, in doing fitness testing, I'm sure you're not going to conduct one time. Can it should involve more than 10, more than 5. So you have to give clear instruction. So in order to do that, if you have two testers, three testers, is very good. Split them and give give apa ni, comfortable environment for you to give instruction. You introducing yourself, you tell them what's the objective of the test, and always facing the group. Do not not static in giving instruction. Right. Second one, demonstrate the item. Okay, demonstration is very important so that your subject or your participant will know what they're going to do, how to do it, and you can demonstrate in a small group. Okay, I repeat the example. If you have 30, okay, 30 participants, you split it to 2, 15, 15, and then demonstrate in a smaller group. That will be better. All right. You can ask your participants to demonstrate by your instruction. Okay. And the third one, administer. All right. So now is the time for you to conduct the test, administer the test item. So make sure they are doing it correctly. Let's, for example, they're still not doing it correctly, even though you had given the instruction, you have given the demonstration, right? Have the sample, sorry, the participant to have a tryout, coba dulu, okay, before the actual one, right? So that when they are performing it, they're performing at their very best. You're not wasting their time, right? Because you want to ensure validity and reliability. If they're not performing at their best, so the test result will not be valid, and you cannot say that the result is reliable. Okay, you want to ensure it's very valid, right? After the test, now you ask the group for reaction or feedback. Okay, if you have exploring on the test that you should present in the group assignment, you will know some of the tests require 3 times, performing 3 trials. So after first trial, ask for feedback. Can you do this? Do you understand how to do to perform the test? Ask for feedback. If you see they are too tired when the performing is wrongly, you can give one-on-one feedback to them. Right. And then now it's going to the post test. Post test pun we have responsibility as a tester. Do not after collect data that you gonna know. Right? This is after the test. Right. What's your responsibility as tester? Okay, sport scientist, score all the test item. Now we're talking about the calculation. I remember calculation means score, standard deviation, percentage, frequency. Calculate. From the 30, you calculate. We learning manually, kan, benda tu. And then now you determine the grade category. Are they at the poor, good, fair, excellent? Okay, you can see after you give the test, where which where are the level of your participants based on the category. It's very important for you to know the category, right? And then interpret the test result to participants. Okay, if possible, you can give feedback. Okay, if you are performing 12 minutes for 2.4, oh, you are very cardiovascularly fit, macam tu. If not, then you can interpret them directly. Okay. The fourth one is evaluate test. Okay, evaluate test. Are you evaluate yourself among tester? Evaluate diri sendiri lah ni. Are you really doing the test? Is that mencapai objective to measure the fitness component that you want? Then if there is strength, then you can highlight it. If there is weakness, you can highlight it too, because we are learning. This is learning experience from participant and also the tester. Okay, we are still learning every day and doing the testing. Alright, so this is the video. What I want to relate to the video, Dato' Nicole David is a squash player. was a great squash player. And then why I'm trying to relate here, fitness component to be a good squash player, you know, even though the place where the squash is being played is only the closed indoor stadium, indoor partition, where I can say indoor court. Even though it's very simple like that, you see she was doing every kind of test, every kind of training to meet the fitness component. So you as tester, let's for example you're going to test fitness of this legendary athletes. So what are the component that you choose? Not testing apa, and what are the tests to be conducted to these athletes? Right, in a summary, as a tester, one should be well prepared in the three phases: pre-testing, sebelum, during testing, and in the post-test. Because as a tester, you have to be ensure that the data you collect, the score that you collect, is valid, reliable, and objective. Objective mean that is have a yes, no, 1, 2, 3, a true number, not playing around with things that unsure. Okay, all right, and be prepared for potential issue arise during testing, so that there will be no time wasted among testers and participants. All right, thank you.